What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me tonight. I've got to tell you, I appreciate y'all so much, man. The amount of support I've gotten over these last couple videos about the trading, man, it means a lot to me, bro. The likes, the comments, the feedback, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that so much. I just need to tell you that, bro. That means a lot to me, okay? More than you know, probably, all right? Now, I'm going to start this video off with a little anecdotal story, okay? Bear with me. It won't take that long, and it'll be meaningful, all right? And then we'll get into the meat of this video, okay? So, for as long as I can remember, I've always been a dog person. I've always loved dogs. And in particular, my favorite breed, for as long as I can remember, has always been the American Staffordshire Bull Terrier, or Pit Bull, right? As it's commonly known as. I've had a lot of experience with pit bulls over the course of my life. Through being an owner, I've owned several of these animals over the course of my life, and through work. I worked at some shelters, and I worked at a boarding facility once that sort of specialized in these dogs. So I've had the privilege to soak up a lot of experience. And when I was younger, in my passion and love for these dogs, I did a lot of research, man. I got on the internet and read everything I could about the history of these dogs, the breed standards of these dogs when it comes to, like, you know, AKC, CKC registered animals and stuff like this. I just learned everything that I could about these dogs. And I'll tell you what, I can spot a pit bull, bro, from a mile away, well before anyone else who's with me can tell what kind of dog that is. It's something about the shape of the dog, okay? It's something about the head and the shoulders, the tail, and the general stance of this dog, right? I'm able to identify it. It's something amazing about the mind, right? That without the whole picture and from a distance, my mind is able to identify what it is that I'm looking at early, okay? Before the other people around me. I've always found that pretty interesting, okay? Now, a lot of traders believe that it is their job, when they open up their charts, to predict price, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but me, I'm not a freaking psychic, dude, and I'm not that smart. I can't predict price. I can't tell you what price is going to do next week, all right? I'm not that smart, bro. I'm not in the business of predicting price. And I don't think that that's what this is about. This is about the early identification of certain occurrences that through experience you've learned to identify early. Just off of a profile or something like that. It's possible with enough experience and the right kind of experience, if you know what you're looking for, right? You have to know what you're looking for before you can know what you're looking at, okay? I hope that makes sense, right? But if you know what you're looking for, with enough experience, you can come to this point, like I'm explaining to you about the dogs, where you can identify as early as possible certain things that you might be looking for, right? Like your setup or whatever, okay? But you've got to know the right things. If you have the wrong information, it doesn't matter how much experience you put into this shit, you're still not going to get it right, all right? Because you've got the wrong frame of reference. So everything is going to be skewed a little bit to the left, right? So I'm hoping with this little series, these basic market reminders, right? I'm hoping to sort of jog your memory about certain key fundamental, foundational facts about the market, right? Which I believe are the only things you need to know. Okay? These are the only things you need to know in order to build a strategy for yourself, a profitable strategy for yourself without anybody else's help. Okay? You just need the foundational building blocks, and that's what we're doing here. That's what my job is here with this channel, is just to remind you of these things. I'm not giving you a strategy, right? And listen, I got a video that's going to explain this to you in more details coming out later on this week, or this weekend or whatever. And it's heavy, bro. Like, if you make it through that video and you're still on this channel, you're a gangster, bro. Like, for real. It's going to be some heavy shit. But if you've got the right information, you can learn to do this. All right? And you've already got the right information. I'm just here to remind you about this, okay? I'm going to point out these little things, and hopefully you'll do your own thinking, right? And you'll start putting things together for yourself, right? And so we've already went over a couple of things on this channel. If you haven't watched the other videos, I suggest you go watch them, right? You can skip the trade review. That's not important. I probably won't do very many trade reviews. It just feels like kind of icky or something like that, cringe. Unless you guys are asking for that, I probably won't do any more of those. But the video that says basic market reminders, the one about the candlesticks and having wicks on both sides of the candles, watch that video. And the buy low, sell high video, that's an important one as well, right? And then this one, the third one, is sort of going to cap off those two, right? And they don't come out in any particular order, right? You have to kind of put these things together, you know? Like I already told you, I'm not that smart, all right? So I'm not putting these things together in any particular order, but I am doing my best. So here is your reminder for today to think about, okay? And most traders, I feel like, learn this within their first 3 to 6 months of trading. You've heard this before, all right? You haven't heard the way I'm going to explain it to you right now, okay? But you've heard this before, and you've heard the incomplete version of this, and I'm going to complete this for you, okay? So, on any day or week, we can expect price to do one of 3 things. And now remember, this is the incomplete version. I'm going to give you a couple different versions of this. On any day or week, we can expect price to do one of 3 things. Go up, go down, or go sideways. All right? That's the only choice the market has. It can only do one of 3 things, right? It's going to go up or it's going to go down. Those are your choices. You can buy or you can sell, right? Or the market can trade sideways. One of my favorite, the only other trader that I watch on YouTube, bro, his name is Stacy Burke. And Stacy Burke has a way of saying this, okay? And what he says is the market can only do one of 3 things, or will do only one of 3 things. Breakout, pull back, and continue, or breakout, pull back, and reverse, or breakout, pull back, and enter a trading range. Those are the only 3 things that the market's going to do. It's not going to start trading in spirals or circles. It's not going to jump off of the charts and run away or something like that. It can only do these 3 things. You understand? Now, as much as I love Stacy Burke and everything he talks about, everything he does, I still believe that this is sort of an incomplete version. It does offer a lot more detail than saying up, down, or sideways, okay? But I just don't feel like it doesn't offer you the right perspective yet, okay? And the right perspective is this that I'm going to tell you. And remember, you have to link this with the other stuff that you've seen from my videos, okay? It goes together. So the way that I would like you to think of this is, on any day or week, we can expect price to do one of 3 things. We can expect price to give a higher close than the open. Or we can expect price to give a lower close than the open. Or we can expect price to, relatively speaking, close where it opened, okay? And if you go back on your charts and you look this over, you'll see that the market does this on more occasions than you think, where it'll open, do an entire song and dance just to close round about where it opened again, okay? And it's my personal opinion that when this is happening, traders are being trapped in the market, right? It's inducement. People are being made to short or made to long off of some bullshit, right? So with that in mind, that this is the only three things that price is going to do. It's going to give a higher close, a lower close, or an equal close. Knowing that, that's very simple, all right? It's simple, but it doesn't always happen in a way that's easily recognizable, okay? There's a lot of different variations of this that can happen, right? And that's why I like to trade like more on the weekly basis, okay? Like the setups I like are from the low of the week to the high of the week, like I'm showing you right now, or from the high of the week to the low of the week. I only want to take a couple of trades every week, done and dusted, dog. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't giving shit back. All right? So I'm trying to catch a nice setup, 1 or 2 a week, literally, bro. That's all you need. You don't even need that. Okay? I'm going to prove that to you later, that all you need is 5 minutes a week, and you can make all the money you need. Okay? But my point with this, in telling you this, that these are the three things we can expect price to do: a higher close, a lower close, or an equal close, a relative equal close. Okay? The reason why I'm telling you this is because with enough experience, if you know what you're looking for, if you know where you should be looking, and we've been going over it, right, with closing price and so on and so forth, right? If you know what you're looking for and you just soak up the experience with more and more experience looking at the right things, you will begin to be able to profile the market in such a way to offer you an early identification of key occurrences that you're looking for, that you've learned to identify through your experience, your good experience, your sound experience, looking at the right things with the right perspective. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can put these things together, you can start now. Put it together. Every candle, or 70 to 90% of candles, have wicks on one or both sides, meaning that we are expecting price to trade back into the previous range before continuing, right? If you can put all of this stuff together, the video with the closing price and how to identify, how to track price by using closing price as your reference point, and now this, that we're expecting price to only do one of three things. If you can start putting this stuff together, this is enough for you to start formulating original thoughts about the idea. These are the foundational building blocks, okay? And I've got at least 2 more videos to share with you, a couple more foundational like tenets or like commandments of the market, all right? Facts, things that you can't dispute. I got a couple more videos lined up that are like that. Basic market reminders or market affirmations, just like people use positive affirmations. These are your trading affirmations that you remind yourself of every day before you start trying to come up with your trade idea, right? So I hope that made sense. I hope that it helps you out a little bit. And until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.